His thing was like, he was an OTG at one point, I'm pretty sure. His outfits, I'm pretty sure, was known the most. His YouTube, I don't think he deleted his YouTube, but I think he changed his name and unlisted all his videos. In terms of impact or influence or like awareness of him, I think he was pretty known. I think he had like 50k, maybe 40k. I know he was around there. I think he deserves A or B tier. He was known in the community. I don't think he's talked about that much frequently, probably because if you're gone for so long, you're not going to be talked about like that anymore. I think he's an A. At A minus, like generous, being generous, or B. This might change later on, but I think I'll put him in B slot. Next up is Vice. Now with Vice, he mainly only uploads CVCs. He doesn't really have a video that reached a wider audience. I do think he's known by noobs. I think that is helped by Fonshway, because I know Fonshway has done videos with him. I know he's done videos with other people too. Like, I think Vice is a C. I think his impact, he didn't get people to play running gun, but I feel like maybe he got people to want to play better. I think Vice is a C. Gold Revolvers. With him, I feel like no matter where you start, if you're a noob or already known, you're gonna hear about him even now, and he's not even active anymore. Without him, running gun might not be as popular as it is. So I do think he's S tier. People still talk about him till this day, and he doesn't even play the game. DarkLord, same thing. I put him in the S too. If you're a noob, you're gonna end up hearing about them. If not, if you don't hear about Gold Revolvers or DarkLord, you're gonna at least hear about OTG or RNGK. I know for me, when I first started, I didn't know who Gold or DarkLord was. I only started because my friends started playing running gun, so that's how I got into it. But I would eventually hear about RNG and OTG, and without them, then I wouldn't hear about those crews. So I think they're both S tier. They're influential. They have a big impact on running gun. S tier for sure. DainterFox. Now, maybe not some of you know of him, but DainterFox was primarily a parkour player, but he did start taking RNG seriously in 2017. I even have 1v1s with him. I think he even ended up making a separate channel just for running gun. I don't know if it's still up, but I'm pretty sure that happened. I don't think he's known like by any competitive players. They might know him, but probably not. His impact is probably on parkour noobs or running gun noobs who just play running gun upgrade all day. I think DainterFox is a D or C. I'll put him in the C, but it would be like a C minus. Fonshway, I put Fonshway, I think he belongs in S tier. Without Fonshway, running gun wouldn't be as relevant as long as it was. Fonshway kept running gun more relevant to like the wider GTA competitive community. So I think Fonshway definitely deserves S tier. He's literally the only RNG YouTuber that consistently still posts running gun still. So yeah, he's definitely S tier. Putther, this is based off before he fucking got 1 million subs. So he was on, what was it, TNWO or something like that. He's a free aimer. He was obviously known by auto aimers. Obviously his impact is more on the free aim community, but on the wider RNG as a whole, if it's free aim, it's obviously an S. But if it's the whole thing, he's not an S. I don't even think he's an A. I think Putther is a B. Abyseful, when I was going over this list, my friend said, bro, Abyssful's obviously an S, but no. Even though Abyssful, I'm cool with Abyssful, I don't think he's an S. I think he's an A. That's still pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure back in 2017, his CVC videos were the most viewed for that time, or one of the most viewed. I think he has a few CVC videos that have over like hundreds of thousands of views. His montage, I think, is maybe one of the most popular too, most hated running gun player. His impact, I do think some competitive players know of him, but I think it's mainly on noobs for like that time period in 2017. I think he deserves an A tier, or at least a B plus tier if you think he's not an A. Portos, I don't think he's S tier. He has the most popular run and gun montage. His impact is on the French community, competitive community, all that. Probably has an impact on noobs too, but I don't think he's as talked about as the people in the S tier. I think Portos is an A tier. Now Lowkey X, I know like people might be thinking, why is he even on this list? Well, he does have RNG videos. His impact is not anything with the competitive community, so he's not an S, he's not an A. I think he's a C. He has a few RNG videos that reached a lot, but they didn't reach all of Run and Gun. They just reached the free mode people that watch him, and then like the RNG noobs that just play Run and Gun upgrade all day. So I think Lowkey X is a C. Arsen Y, I know he's a fucking bass player, but there was a point where he was uploading Run and Gun videos too. Again, only on the Run and Gun noobs. I don't think he's a B, A, S. Yeah, he's a C too. Okay. DeathCome, he has a wide impact or like influence on competitive side. He's seen as the best run and gun player as of like today. For the past, probably since 2020, people saw him as that. I do think his impact is more on the competitive side or like the French side or whatever. People think he's the best run and gun player. Shit, he probably is. I don't know. And probably more noobs became aware of him through like Fonshway's videos with him. So I think I want to give DeathCome, like, he'd be a B, but probably like a B minus. B minus or C plus, but I'll do B minus. Next up is myself. Where do I rank myself? I'm not an S, I'm not an A. I put myself in between like the C plus B minus category. The reason why is, well, I'm known by noobs, not like every single noob, but I do think like noobs know me. I know competitive people know me. I'm not like the best or whatever. Again, this isn't based off skill, it's just like an impact on all over Run and Gun. My streams would do good back when I used to stream and my channel was at its prime. The only reason why I'd give myself a B minus is simply because my outfit. There's a lot of people who will wear my outfit or like variations of my outfit. Like I think if people see my outfit like in a Run and Gun, it's just like, oh, that's a Stepful outfit. I think if I'm being generous, I give myself a B minus. Okay, next up is DarkFears. Again, he is known in the competitive community. By noobs, I'd say he's somewhat known, not by every noob. It's kind of similar with me. I do think his streams were pretty good, that he would always have like a lot of people. Mine and his like streamer base, we would usually pull the same amount of viewers consistently. Maybe every once in a while one would be more than the other, but in my opinion, his impact on the community, bro, I got stories, bro. This man was leading other people's crews. He wanted someone out of a crew that he's not even leader of. They would kick him out for him. They thought this dude was like, I don't even know. It's fucking crazy. It was so fucking dumb, but it happened. I think DarkFears is a, if I put him in the C, he's a C plus. If I put him in the B, he's a B minus. I think I'm gonna put him in C, but it'd be like a C plus. And the competitive side, DarkFears is more known than me. I'll put him B, Now famous, he has 5k. Maybe he shouldn't be on this list, but I put him anyways. He stopped doing run and gun stuff. I think he just does random GTA stuff now. Famous streams were pretty poppin'. He was known by some competitive players. I mean, he wasn't known as in like, known, but people knew of him. I don't think he had like a big influence or a big impact. I put him in the D. Next up is Maggos. Bro, I don't know if y'all remember this dude. Like in 2017, I used to watch this dude. I remember he had this series called like, Hey Maggos, that's a clip, and you would upload the clip and he'd make like a subscriber montage thing of all his subscribers' clips. Maggos' impact was more on the noobs. I don't think a lot of competitive people would know about him that too well, so I think Maggos is a C minus. Now RNG Legends, I know this might be surprising where I rank him. In my opinion, I think he's S tier. No, he's not the best. In my opinion, RNG Legends wasn't that good. Like he was okay, decent, but he wasn't as good as like most competitive players. He was like an average player, but he did have a huge impact, and at the time his montage was the most popular until Portos uploaded his. Everyone knows his outfit. Even if you're a competitive player, it's like you're gonna know of his outfit. I think RNG Legends definitely deserves an S tier. His montages are like some of the most memorable in my opinion, even though they're not like the best clips, but it's just, I don't know, that time period. His impact was definitely more on noobs, but competitive players still know him. I think he belongs in S in my opinion. Some people might disagree and say he's an A or B, but I think he's an S. Dopeboistayup. His impact was not on any of the competitive community. He started off doing parkour videos and like modded outfits, but he started doing running gun TDMs, and I think he had like over 100. Most of them were pretty popular too. Like his most popular video was Even With Me. I think it was called like Kid Rages. I think it had almost about 300k views. I don't think it's still up. I'm pretty sure he took all his videos down. His channel is like Chris2x now. But his impact was like probably on those hardcore noobs and like just RNG noobs. I think Dopeboistayup, in my opinion, I'd put him in the C tier. Now next up, last, is Vex. People might be like, why is he in here? He's a free mode YouTuber. But I mean, I was asking myself the same thing, but it's like my friend told me to put him in here, and I started thinking about it, and it's like, I'm pretty sure he's claimed to be like a versatile player, so that does include running gun. He does have some running gun videos, but I don't think his impact is that big. That beef with OTG and stuff, like, some people know him, but he's not known for like anything great. I'm pretty sure most of the competitive side doesn't even like him. They see him as like a noob. If he does have an impact, it's probably like on the HNG community, or before he named his channel Vex, it was like Ilex Family, and I think he uploaded his members clips and montages, like when he did Ilex Crewtages. So maybe his members, but I don't think he really had a big impact. Maybe on like HNG or like Dirty Running Gun, but that's not clean running gun. He might be known by noobs, but I don't think I'd put him, if I'm being generous, I'd put him in a C-, but I think he's a D. I'm looking at the list. You know what, Cunymodz is not a B, he is an A. I'll change that. Putther, I'll put an A too. Yeah, that's it.